Hey, we're back. This is Coach Tasia Verno, and I'm so glad that you are here for our second video in this series of our free coach sneak peek. So for the second video, after you learned a little bit more about me and about the team, I wanted to talk with you about who BeachBody coaches are and what we do. And I'm going to give it to you in a little bit of a nutshell because there's so many avenues that I could go into when talking about who coaches are and what they do, because every single coach out there is absolutely unique, especially on our team. There's a lot of diversity there, so I can't pigeonhole all of us, but I can give you kind of a blanket idea of what a coach looks like and what the expectations of coaching might be. So I kind of want to also squash some misconceptions about who coaches are as I talk about some of those qualities or characteristics that BeachBody coaches have. So first of all, do you need to be super fit, super with your, you got your game together, you know how to eat clean, you've got your nutrition all together, you've got a background in fitness, you're a fitness instructor, all of those things? Absolutely not. I think that it's important that you understand that people want to see you going through your fitness journey or how you are currently using the products to benefit your life. They don't want to just see you at the top. They want to see you in real life. Right? That's who the coaches are. That's who the great coaches are, is people who are actually using this stuff in real life. So do you need to have a fantastic transformation story? Do you have to be at your fittest? Do you need to have a background in personal training or something fitness related? Absolutely not. Just be you and where you are in your journey. So for me, I still have goals. I still have fitness goals. I am definitely not at the end of this fitness road. And I am sharing that every day. I share my struggles, I share my successes, and that makes me real because I am totally real with people out there. And it's nice to be able to relate to others who are still working on their journey as well. Do you have to have a transformation story? Do you have to be someone who needs to lose weight or has lost weight? No. There's lots of people out there. There's great successful coaches out there who don't have a transformation story. They've just always been the fit girl. They've just always been someone who appreciates health and fitness and healthy eating and what to do for your body to have it be at its best. So if that's you, then you do still fit the mold of a BeachBody coach. So the answer is you can be anybody to be a BeachBody coach, and you should be you. The best BeachBody coaches out there understand who they are, they understand their story, they understand their background, their past, and they understand where they want to go in the future. And the best BeachBody coaches don't worry about what other coaches are doing. They just focus on their own journey, their own fitness style, their own selves. And that is what will set you apart, by just being you, whoever that might be, whatever your background might be, whatever your goals might be. That will set you apart, and that will make you successful. BeachBody coaches have drive. BeachBody coaches have this inner excitement to help others, to connect with others, to build a network. But you don't need to be an extrovert. You don't need to be someone who has lots of friends. You definitely do not need to be someone who has a lot of spare time. The best BeachBody coaches out there started with full-time jobs, are full-time parents, are people who have all kinds of responsibilities. Myself, I have a 9-to-5. I have a full-time job. I'm a therapist. I go to work every day. I do things that are not BeachBody related every day. I'm also a fitness instructor. I teach 4 times a week. I'm also a mom, and I drive to dance 3 times a week. I drive to soccer twice a week. I drive to piano once a week. I'm a wife, and my husband and I, we own 2 wine bars. So if you want to talk about busy and not a whole lot of spare time, I got you. I get that. That is me. And so you don't need to say, I don't have time. There's no way I could fit this into my schedule. My plate is way too full, because I'm not asking you to clear your plate to be a successful coach. I'm just asking you again to be you and be genuine to who you are and the time that you have to give. I will teach you how to make this business successful in an hour a day. If you have time to scroll through Facebook, if you have time to watch a video, if you have time to get your workout in and do a couple things on social media, then you have time to make this business work. And I will show you exactly how to do that. So anyone can be a coach. You don't need a lot of time. You don't need to be, you don't have to be someone who has all of social media figured out. When I started as a coach, I had 100 friends on Facebook. I had no idea how to use Instagram. I was the kind of person who was like, I don't want to have a smartphone because I don't want to be attached to my phone all the time. And all the other social media things like YouTube and all of those other great outlets, I had no idea how those worked. And I self-taught myself. My coach helped me a lot. There were groups that I joined that I learned how to use these things. And again, I will pass that on to you on how to use social media to make your network bigger, and how to do that in a way that feels good for you, that actually makes sense for you. You don't need to be business savvy. You don't need to have an entrepreneur type mind. I am definitely not. And I've learned those things again from my team that I will pass on to you and teach you how to do that. So don't feel like you need to come into it with all of these things in your back pocket, with all of these tools and skills, because they are learned and I will teach them to you. As far as what we do as Beachbody coaches, well, we first of all are out there to help others in fitness, help others in business, and both. So how do we do that? Running challenge groups is really what sets Beachbody apart from any other type of fitness program out there. And challenge groups are typically run on Facebook, but they don't have to be run on Facebook. There's also an awesome app that you can use to reach all of your challengers without having to log into Facebook. So if you have a challenger who's not interested in getting on Facebook, great. They just need to download the app and they can use that. So challenge groups are basically just a private group that you create, typically on Facebook, and there's one goal in mind. Maybe that goal is to lose the last 10 pounds. Perhaps that goal is to work on a program together like Insanity Max 30 or PiYo or Country Heat. Perhaps that group is there to work on clean eating for 30 days. Perhaps that group is learning about Shakeology for 10 days. Whatever that goal is that you choose, that is what you talk about in the group. And I keep them pretty simple. I keep my challenge groups exciting so that I keep people engaged. I talk to them, I encourage participation, and it's a lot of fun to have that accountability as well as a forum for education around whatever our goals are. Challenge groups are the bread and butter of coaching. It's how we reach people. It's fun, it's great, but you know what? Don't get nervous. What I do for all of my coaches is I offer templates that they can use for challenge groups. So they can actually go to using these templates and just transfer posts, especially at the beginning of their coaching career, so that they can get an idea of how to run a group, how to be successful, how to encourage participation. We will talk about that. I will offer you every idea out there. Challenge groups are really where it's at, because from challenge groups is where people start to get results. They become recurring customers. They become coaches. That is how we do things as Beachbody coaches with challenge groups. And I will show you exactly how to do that. So this was video 2. We've got more coming. Continue to check in and ask questions. Let's keep going.